another episode of Cooking with the Cool Dad. This time we're going a little bit light, a little bit sweet, having a little bit of fun, and yes, a little spiffy. It's Easter Sunday, and Mrs. Cool Dad and I got invited to dinner with some friends at their house. They're cooking. I don't have to cook much, but because I'm that kind of person, I said, what would you like us to bring? The answer I got was, bring something for dessert. Okay, any specific requests? Can you make your Rice Krispie treats? The chocolate ones could be really good. Yes, I can. And here's the thing, folks. We all get that. Hey, can you bring dessert? Sure, you could stop at the store and grab some cheap pound cake business to bring with you, or some semi-cheap, decorated cake at your local grocery store. But there's so many simpler things we can do. I'm going to show you today how to make some good Rice Krispie treats. Now, I'm using Cocoa Pebbles versus Rice Krispies. I like the chocolate flavor, so do a lot of people. You can do this with Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Rice Krispies. I mean, any of this stuff works. It all works. So have fun with it. Do something you enjoy. We're going to drop down and get started because I got to get it done, so we can go. See you down below. Now, we started with a full stick of butter in the pan. I didn't put that on camera because I'm sure nobody wants to sit here and watch butter melt. It's melted. To that, we're going to add a bag and a half of mini marshmallows, 15 ounces total. There we are. One. Come on, there we go. See if I can get it to open. Now, I'm not going to be super precise, obviously. Guesstimate about half the bag. Just, it's one of those things where you don't have to be super precise, fortunately. We're just going to kind of stir these in. We're doing this over medium-low heat. Sorry, I think I forgot to mention that. But we're doing this over medium-low heat. We want to kind of stir it around, get it all melted down. There we go. All I can smell is marshmallows. And I had about 7 or 8 Haribo gummy bears left in a package that was sitting here. I chopped them up and threw them in for extra flavor because why not? So we're going to melt down our marshmallows and butter, and then I'll be right back with you because I'm pretty sure none of you really want to watch that. It's boring. You just stand here and stir, wait, stir, wait, stir, wait, and that's how it goes. So once this is melted down, we'll be back with you for the next step. You'll know it's time to add the cereal when you see your butter and marshmallow concoction look very uniform, like fluff, where you don't see any individual little marshmallows and it doesn't separate in there to the little individual chunks. Then you know it's ready to go. Well, y'all can see, that's pretty much what it looks like. My stovetop, this particular burner goes 1 to 10, and I run this on a 3. Because if you run it higher, yes, it'll melt faster, but you risk scorching it, and that just ruins the whole thing. To this, we are adding our Cocoa Krispies. I am adding an entire 15-ounce box of Cocoa Krispies. This is one of those things where I actually do spring for the legit product versus buying the knockoff brand. It does make a difference. I think this is Cooking with the Cool Dad ASMR edition, or whatever it is they call that, where it's just the smooth noises that puts everybody to sleep, the white noise stuff. Well, this is the fun part. And yes, I do stir it over the heat because that will keep your marshmallow more pliable while you're getting it all worked in. Time consuming. Well, I mean, overall, this is a fairly quick recipe, but yes, stirring it in will take you a little bit of time. But again, if you do it over the heat, it makes it a little bit easier. You want to get right down there, stir it around. You want to make sure all of your cereal is incorporated in there. That way you get those nice, yummy bars, which I'm not going to get to try until after dinner. That kind of sucks. I know some of you are saying, but you're bringing them. Why don't you try them? Because, that's just how I work. Um, if I was making these for home, damn sure I'd be getting into these as soon as they were cooled off and firmed up. But there we go. Now you guys can see it's starting to incorporate. Coming together. Oh, God. That smells really good, like chocolate. Like lots of chocolate. And considering it's Easter, I figured chocolate was appropriate for today, too. Okay. Ow. Hot, hot. Okay. Now, once you get to that point where it's all pretty well mixed in, it will get very difficult to work with. Again, that's why I keep the heat on. It keeps it a little more pliable. I'm just trying to get down all the way around to the very bottom. Make sure I don't have any areas of cereal that haven't been incorporated. There we go. And make sure, dang, rough on the hand muscles. Make sure that I don't have any marshmallow mixture that hasn't been incorporated. Okay. We are just about there. Leave this on the heat for a second. I'm going to rearrange the camera and we'll be right back with our next step. Now, in my pan, I have a piece of freezer paper, which I've kind of started to push down in. Go. I'm going to take my still warm mixture here. Sorry you guys can't see it better, but I'm just going to kind of dump it onto the freezer paper. There we go. Getting it all over the handle. It's a little bit messy. There we go. My best advice, put this right in the sink. Dish soap in it. It will ease your non-stick. That will ease your cleanup. Okay, now you can see my freezer paper working its way in. I have another section of freezer paper on the side that I'm going to use as my assistant. There we go. I'm going to use that to essentially scrape all of my gooey goodness that's stuck on the spatula off of the spatula. Now that that's off, let's go right in there in the soapy water. I'm going to use the freezer paper to allow me to work our Rice Krispie treats out into the pan. Don't worry about it a little bit, because in the long run, you'll have more than enough. And it doesn't have to be just you want to work in. That's, again, does not perfect. You want kind of a nice packed in to give you that traditional consistency to them. There we go. There we are. Kind of working it in there. Okay. We're almost there. I almost thought this pan was going to be a little bit too big. Now I'm kind of glad this is the one I pulled out. Trying to get a little more up into this corner. But Don't set that on a hot burner. Now, all right, fold them over, mush it back in, fold it over, so I don't have any ridges on the sides. And do the same. Yeah. These down in, nicely compacted. And we have homemade Rice Krispie treats. Perfect? Close enough. Close enough that it's always appreciated because you actually took to make them. Now, our next step is to pop these in the fridge, let them sit for 15 to 20 minutes to cool off, cut them up and go. So I'll see you guys once they're set and cut. And we're back. So, after letting these cool for a minute, set this over here. Rice Krispie treats. Alrighty. Now, here comes the fun part. Cutting. Grab yourself some of your whatever kind you like to buy cooking spray. There we go. And I'm going to kind of just cut through. You can make them any size you like. I'm just kind of random sizes as I go. Try to keep them all semi-uniform. But if you don't spray your knife time, it will be nothing but Rice Krispie treats stuck all over it. These last two rows are going to be a little thinner, but that's okay because some people like smaller ones. Right, around the outside. Except I'm taking the knife and going up the one side. Yeah. Right. Now, our next step, I've got to carry them with like this. Over. They are still a little sticky, but that's normal. That's the whole magic to these. Fingers are getting sticky. Let's see. Get my Ziploc bag out. Okay, so let me see. That's about good. Okay, so this over. This was a little bigger than I planned. So basically, you're going to put it in between layers, and that's how you get them to transport or store without turning into a complete disaster. Yeah. Of course, this is the wrong. I didn't get my sizes right, but that's. I'm gonna just kind of get these all onto the fridge. Once you get like just like that. It's not the prettiest piece of paper and onto something to look nice. Okay, to travel, a very light spray of cooking spray. Okay, will help them on the tray better. So this one, to that. I think I can the first set here. There we go. It's there. And bam. Now I need to rewash my hands. Now, if you want, you can spray your hands sticking your fingers. Personally, I don't. I just wash my hands afterward, and life is good. So, we're going to wrap these up, and I'll see you up top for the close-up.
So here I am at the creation station as I'm putting together the footage from the video I recorded earlier today. Dinner was great. The Rice Krispie treats were awesome, just like I thought they would be. And I had no audio at all in the wrap-up. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in the audio system I purchased, and I will be looking into replacing that quickly. Not happy right now. What I was saying, though, from what I remember, that's the hard part about this, is I don't work by a script, so it's all off the cuff. But what I was saying in the wrap-up was that when you make food, you put a little bit of yourself into it, more metaphorically than literally, generally. So when that food is what people are eating and sitting around the table around or with or over, however you want to put it, there's more to it than just, oh, they stopped at the store and bought a cake. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking store-bought cakes. It's part of the economy, but there's always a little something more there now when you've made the food. And I think personally that adds to the atmosphere, that adds to the memories that are made, that adds to the conversation. There's just a little bit more there. And that's what helps create those awesome memories. That's what really helps to bring the people together. And that's what really, really makes food is life, life is good, let's eat some more. In a perfect world, we could solve all of our problems over dinner. It's not a perfect world, but you know what? If everybody tries a little bit, and I didn't silence anything, did I? If everybody tries a little bit, and everybody does it though, that little bit, and that little bit, and that little bit, and that all adds up into a whole lot after a while. That's why I keep saying that we need to sit down and talk things out, because we may not change each other's minds, but we can increase our respect for one another and expand our awareness of the world around us and just make things better overall. So until next week, and hopefully I'll have much better audio, just saying, please be kind to one another, and I will see you guys next week.